Gallery.com.
Furnishings for this set of the Buddy Pough Show are provided by Whitash Furnishings. Whitash Furnishings is a proud sponsor of the Buddy Pough Show.
It was a beautiful fall Saturday in our nation's capital. Howard won the toss. They deferred to the second half, which means we come up with the football first.
And they do the thing to us that we've been doing to people. They squibbed the ball, and Devin thought he was going to catch the ball, took a funny hop, and Trey ended up catching the ball. And, you know, we didn't get quite as good a field position as we would have liked.
Malcolm at quarterback for the Bulldogs, and South Carolina State methodically moving the football down the field on our first possession.
Yeah, that's Malcolm to Trey Young on the comeback route. And Trey had a nice day yesterday, had about 7 catches. And then we throw the little smoke route out here to Terrence Smith. And, you know, we block for him. I think Matt Washington's blocking for him as he catches the ball. And then we hand the ball to Travell Jameson here. We got to figure out how to keep Travell from running out of bounds so easily.
He got some help right there out of bounds.
Well, at the end he did, but right before that he did. And then we kick a field goal here, and this is against the wind. I was a little bit worried because Blake, you know, had been hitting it good, but this was a long field goal. And
44 yards for Blake Erickson, his longest of the season. 11-play, 46-yard drive, took 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Bulldogs go up 3-0, and of course, we talk about Howard University. Their quarterback, Floyd Hagler, went to Orangeburg Wilkerson.
He did, and you know, I'm sure that this ball was forward, but they said it was backwards, and you know, it bounced in there. But that little kid, Andre Williams from Columbia, caught the ball. Samaj Moody makes the tackle, and then you know, he bounces outside again here, and he's going. And I think Phillip Adams finally gets him down. Maybe Raphael Bush helps him some too, but you know, he's a pretty shifty little guy. And then the other running back here, Terrence LaFall, I think his name is, makes a nice run there, about 6 or 7 yards, and David Urban and Courtney Ingram get him down, and then they, you know, throw the ball out here to the McCree kid, and Hamlin gets him down. And
moving it quite well is Howard. They get a misread, and Marquis Hamlin reads it well from a defensive standpoint, and a huge interception because, as I said, the Bison were moving the football.
I couldn't see from the sideline exactly what happened there, but, you know, he looked like he was throwing the ball to Marquis, didn't he?
Will Ford comes up with a run, 11 yards on that carry. Another big day for Will Ford. A little slow getting started, but eventually got it going for the Bulldogs, and another good run here for Will.
Right. He's getting some nice yards there, and you know, if he had been able to cut inside of that fullback's block, he might have gotten some more, but he did get a nice run there. And then you see Will blocking there on the edge too, and he throws the ball over the middle here to Matt Washington. And then we give the ball to Will again, and he gets a nice good gain there.
Of course, Malcolm will go back to pass, and that little Nick-a-boot coach buys him some time, and Terrence Smith, an excellent catch.
Yeah, and I thought he had overthrown it when he threw it. Looked like it was, but then Terrence made a nice catch there, and you see another shot of it, and you know, gets the ball, sticks the ball right over the corner of the end zone.
You see the stands. Those are the home side of the stands. The opposite side against from the view that we're seeing here on the Buddy Pough Show was where the South Carolina State fans were, and we actually had, I'd say, more fans, 3-1.
Oh, a lot more fans than they did. And, you know, that's neat for our guys to, you know, for our fans to come and see us play that way. We have one of our large alumni associations here in the Washington, D.C. area.
And, of course, they were happy to see the marching 101 as well up there as the first quarter in. South Carolina State leading 10-0. As we began the second quarter, Howard with an opportunity to kick a field goal. Dennis Viberg knocks it down from 37 yards out. That's the 7-play drive for Howard that covered 37 yards. Took 4 minutes, and now it's 10-3 in the second quarter.
Yeah, it almost looked like we were just kind of going through the motions some on defense. It was kind of a lethargic kind of atmosphere. And, you know, I don't know how much of an effect that had on us, but it did seem to. And then Dwayne Clark catches the ball here, you know, gets the squib kick and makes a nice run there down to about our 40-some-odd yard line.
Gives the Bulldogs great field position. And again, a little read play, and Malcolm decides to keep it himself and get some good yardage.
Hadn't quite figured out why, but if he gives that ball to Will, he might score.
Malcolm back to pass again, steps up in the pocket. He's done a good job of doing that and buying more time. And a first down for the Bulldogs to Thomas Williams.
Yeah, Trey Williams catches a nice little ball out in the flat there on a third down conversion. And, you know, then Malcolm scrambles around here. And this ball was actually designed to go over the middle, and then he throws it outside to, you know, Chris Massey. I think Chris had 2 catches and both of a touchdown.
Chris Massey, 14 yards. So Malcolm Long, 8-play, 38-yard drive. The point after touchdown good. And it's 17-3 South Carolina State. Of course, Chris Massey will come up big again as Howard is pinned deep in their own territory and forced to punt the football.
Yeah, we get a nice play there by Roynell Ferguson, Christian Thompson sacking back there right close to his goal line, and then Massey comes through and blocks it. He blocks it too good, though. I wish he had blocked it where they could have stayed in the end zone because he blocked it out of the back of the end zone for a safety.
And, you know, you talk about Chris Massey, Coach. This was a kid that's a great running back, but we got a kid by the name of Ford that kind of keeps him from that tailback position for the moment.
But it's really neat to see him adapt as well as he has to playing wide receiver. Now, he's going to be a really good running back now with that credential on his resume.
Speaking of real good running backs, this is a real good run right here that is called back, partially called back, 57 yards to Will Ford on this run, but a holding penalty, which is, I didn't see it, but still.
Well, Will has not only had a hard time getting some yards, he's been a little bit bad luck too. That's Travell on the counter play, and makes a nice gain there, and then we throw the ball outside to Trey, and Trey, you know, is starting to run over people. That shoulder's getting well again now, so he, you know, drops his shoulder and really runs hard. I like seeing him do that. And then Blake kicks another field goal here, and, you know, we get another few points.
28-yard field goal for Blake Erickson makes it 22-3. South Carolina State still in the first half. Howard back on the attack on defense, and they go up top, and this is what Willie Carter can do.
Yeah, and this is a little bit my fault, too. I'm trying to call timeouts and trying to steal some more points before the half, and, you know, they end up making a play or two and, you know, get the ball on close enough to get a field goal out of this.
South Carolina State's defense stiffens, and Dennis Veberg, excellent field goal kicker, 35 yards on that field goal, 12-play, 63-yard drive. And that was the way the first half ended on Saturday. Bulldogs leading Howard 22-6. We'll take a time out here on the Buddy Pough Show and come back with more after these messages.